Kidnappings, a trademark of Latin America's longest-running insurgency. But until this report, no one here had a complete picture of the problem. It finds that over the last 40 years, almost 40,000 men and women, mostly Colombians of all ages and walks of life, have been kidnapped.
The biggest discovery for us after 5 years of work was the magnitude of the problem. It surpassed everybody's worst suspicion. We almost doubled what we thought the number was in the country, and nobody really understood the extent of it. Every region, city, nearly every town in Colombia has been affected.
Kidnappings began here in the 1970s as drug cartels and armed rebel groups like FARC became more powerful. The group used it for economic gain, but also as a tactic in the conflict. Presidential candidates, policemen, soldiers, and regular people were captured and held sometimes for years. And it was mostly a successful enterprise, since over 90% of the crime has never been prosecuted.
This is from 2002, one of the worst years. This is when I was kidnapped. Almost 3,000 people were held at the same time.
Clara Rojas spent 6 years as a FARC hostage and gave birth to a boy in the jungle. She was managing the campaign of then presidential candidate Ingrid Betancourt. Both of them were abducted.
Es Colombia la que ha sido secuestrada.
I feel that Colombia as a whole has been kidnapped. Even though we've seen the numbers go down in the past few years, this new report is extremely painful because of what it means for our society. The first step to solve it is to recognize the problem.
FARC recently announced that it stopped kidnappings as a concession to the ongoing peace process with the government. But while it's been the biggest offender in the past, the tactic is now becoming more frequently used by criminal organizations, a crime that's stubbornly difficult to eliminate. Alessandro Rampietti, Al Jazeera, Bogota.